Yo, what's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. Let's get right into the video. Become profitable with ICT concepts. Uh, so I'm gonna give you guys an little update with yesterday. So yesterday I did not trade. All right, we're still at 1200. The reason why I didn't take any trades, I really didn't look at the market yesterday. I looked at it at a brief when I got up. You know, looking to see if I wanted to trade today. I came into the market, saw on Euro USD that I wanted to be bearish, right? And stick to my sell bias, right? I don't want to call this bottom. Still aim for that liquidity void, right? And I seen that price left Asia, came down and ran down during London here, right? And took out previous day Asia's low and Monday's low, right? It started coming back up. So by the time I woke up, came into New York session, yeah, Asia's high in here, right? Yeah, Asia's high, and then you had London's high in here. So price would have had to came all the way back up and run that out just to start running back a lower, right? And I didn't really like that setup, as you can see, just from this run right here. That wasn't enough, so me staying out was good. Me not getting involved in the market, especially you got relative equal highs up here with Asia, even though I ran out London. So it didn't really give me a setup yesterday. Same with GU. Look at GU. Looking at London, came down, ran out Monday's lows right here, went higher. I didn't want to buy that. I wanted to be a seller. So there was no sell setup unless we ran out previous daily high or London's high, right? London's high. We ran out London's high during a time where at 12 o'clock. So there was no trade there as well. Indices, nothing. I wanted to be a buyer for indices. Nothing really besides what happened here at 9 o'clock. Took out previous day low, and then probably was a setup in here, but now that I'm looking at it, there was no setup for me personally, so I didn't really miss nothing with indices as well. Today, looking at this week, right? We had a huge up run type of week last week, so this week can just offer, which has been doing, is just consolidation so far. Right, you do have these highs right here on dollar that I want to see price run up into. Going into today, I wanted to see London or New York run out Asia's low. Right, going in today, around London, but as you can see, London have went up and gave a break of market structure. I wanted to see these lows get taken out. They're too clean inside of this FEG, and then my setup would have came today, but it doesn't look too shabby, right? GU, you had GU run out buy side liquidity. We're coming down into a fair value gap, hourly fair value gap, and we're playing into that. We did have GU's GBB CPI reports today. Since that CPI had took out these relative equal highs, and had a displacement lower, we took out the low of this CPI candle, and now we're playing inside of that PD array, some type of change of state delivery with fair value gap in here, inversion fair value gap. Now I don't know if this is a reason. I mean, this could be a reason for price to go higher, but since I'm bearish, I'm bullish dollar, bearish euro, right? I don't want to try to fade that there. I'd rather wait for a setup for it to go lower. It could come up into this fair value gap in here and maybe offer something lower. I don't like that move. I really don't like that move as much. But it could be something to go lower, and this could be the high of the week, right? Euro took out previous day high during Asia, had a run lower for London, and then you have New York. So there's no really much buy side liquidity that I would want to see price run into to go lower. And here, for my setup to happen, it could just happen and go lower. I don't know. I don't really like the setups that is offering for EU. The only thing that really that I really am paying attention to is a run for London's low for NQ. And YM also has relative equal lows in here, so it could be a run in there during the open and then give a change in state delivery for it to go higher and maybe run for buy side liquidity. ES, you do have this 4-hour fair value gap right here with these 2 consecutive down close candles. We came down into old new week opening gap here, and then we do have buy side above that price could start running into, right? Yeah, so I'm looking for price to run down into there during the open and give a change in state delivery, and then maybe take a buy to go higher. All right, but for EU and GU, really not interested in the setup for today. The only thing that could be something is this run in here for price to come up, and maybe it'll come up into here and start running lower. Maybe offer a change of state delivery somewhere inside of here, right? But I might just wait for a setup on indices, right? Setup on indices. You have a premium from this range high to this range low right here. So look at that gap, and then maybe this breaker in here, this breaker range. You have consequent encroachment of that wick in here that price can run into. I don't like that array as much, right, to even try to take a trade. So yeah, the thing is we're down, so I want to make sure that the setup is high probability, right? So that's why I didn't trade yesterday, because it didn't seem like it was going to be high probability. And this week seems like it could be just besides on indices for maybe for dollar and euro and GU, since it was a large range week, this could be a doji candle, or you know, a non-expansion type of candle, right? So this candle can close some type of way like a doji, and then the next candle can come up, maybe IOFED, and then start running lower, right? So just like this candle right here, this candle could just consolidate, close, and then the next candle can come up, come into this inefficiency, and then start delivering down into that new week opening. I mean, not the new week opening gap, this liquidity void. Or this candle could just do it. Alright, but it's not giving me a setup that I really like. You know what I mean? That's A plus to me. That's like aha, that's like light bulb. You know what I mean? So right now I'm just chilling. I'm gonna wait for indices, see what happens with indices. If something happens with GU and start getting a displacement lower after it comes up into this array, gives a change in state delivery or something, then I might take that. And I might take that. Or EU, if EU comes and runs up, maybe London's liquidity, right, gives a change in state delivery, I might take that, right? But right now, you know, just sitting on my hands, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so basically we just got a run on sell side liquidity for indices. The open has not happened yet, and maybe the open will run down into that low. You also do have a little bit of fair value gaps down here that price could run down to, and then maybe we start getting runs higher because we're bullish, right? I'm staying bullish, even though you have this down move right here. I still want to be a buyer. This is a good discount that price came into. Price could start going up and possibly trade into this daily fair value gap right in here. Alright, so that's what I'm looking for. Let's see. So there goes ES running down into that 4-hour fair value gap, and there's NQ taking out London's low. Right, so if we get a change in the state of delivery somewhere in here, then I'll be willing to buy. I will want to see price maybe run down one more time. Yeah, run down one more time. Maybe have a pullback, run down during the open, and then come back up, and then London close gives the buy. Let's check what. So GU's running lower. It's running lower. No wick at the top of that hourly candle right here. So there's no wick there with that run down. EU's running down as well. Going towards that sell side liquidity. See what AU's running lower. You do have relative equal lows down here. Alright. See that 15-minute. Yeah. So Asia was here, London's here. No buy side liquidity run on Asia, London. You know what I mean? So there's nothing for me to take there. So yeah, just focusing on indices for right now. Maybe it'll be a buy that I could get into. And we'll see what happens during the open. Alright, so right now we're in the open. To the 1 minute. Let's look at ES. So ES ran out the low here. London's low. It's 3 minute. Here's a fair value gap. And here. Let's look at NQ. So NQ did one more run right here. And then you have this fair value gap that could possibly be inverted. I would want to see some type of displacement through there, right? And then a retracement back in, and then I'll go in for a buy. I think I like NQ a little bit more. Yeah, like NQ a bit more. You do have a bit of SMT right now with these lows. NQ did one more run lower on this candle, but this candle didn't for ES and NQ. Okay, let's see that regular trading hours. Let's see that new range opening gap. So new range opening gap. You do have buy side liquidity on the regular trading hours. So I would aim for London's high there and New York's high once we get a change in the state of delivery. Alright. Do have this low in here. Price could come into there. Ooh. Alright. Right in here. And then trade into that 4-hour fair value gap area. And then once goes into here, maybe it'll give a change in state of delivery, some type of a silver bullet after a displacement away from that area. Maybe US 30 may come and run that low before going higher. Maybe. This isn't as clean to take right now. I wouldn't see this as a break of market structure and then return back to fair value gap to go higher, because you still have those relative equal lows down here, and then waiting for NQ to be ready and ES to be ready as well. So we just chilling right now. See what GU doing. So I wouldn't try to take this as a sell because we're already so far at a discount from London. Since London we ran lower, then New York we ran lower. London took out buy side liquidity, right? But you also have relative equal highs here, so I wouldn't want to take this as a sell, right? I would want to see it come back up to a premium which a premium could be after it runs that high. If it runs this high here, it goes into here by London close, and then has a change in state delivery, I would take that as a sell, right? But yeah, so just waiting for some confirmation. Need a little bit more data before I try to go into a buy position, right? So there goes US 30 running lower. Yeah, I want to see it get down into there. If it does it, that's fine, and we get a change in state delivery on ES, then I'll be ready for that, to take a buy on that. So now you have this up candle move with these two down close candles. I want to see a break above there and then a retracement back into some type of fair value gap alongside with these down close candles to take a buy up into London's high and New York high. Here's a fair value gap that could be inverted, right? So that could be inverted, probably straight through there, trade above here. That's my shipping market structure above that high, and then wait for a retracement back into some type of displacement that happened, a BISI, some type of BISI. Look for a retracement. So boom, goes up, comes back in to some type of BISI, and here alongside with these down close candles, this up close candle, and maybe it could come into that inversion fair value gap again, right? If it does give me that setup, that's what I'm looking for for a buy. And then yep, there go US 30 taking out that low. Right, so we took out that sell side relative equal lows. There, it's gonna be a minute before US 30 can climb back above there. I think NQ might get above there quicker. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see what how price plays out. Yeah. Okay. So US 30 ran down down on that, taking out that sell side liquidity pool. It may be a better buy for US 30. Seems like a little bit more bullish, a little bit more stronger than the other two. It might offer a better setup because of that sell side liquidity pool, and it just as soon as it ran that, it looks like it's giving a small revert compared to the others, right? So I might take US 30 instead. You do have this fair value gap in here, right? So if there's some displacement in there, right, a pullback into this inversion fair value gap and this up close candle could offer a setup for a buy in there up to that buy side liquidity pool. So I'm gonna want to see some displacement through there. Right through here. Then my stops will go at this low, and then targets will be this high, right? And then you also have previous day highs right up there. So we could keep, if it's chopping through here, if it's not quick, then I'm not gonna want to entertain that, right? I need it to be quick, some displacement, right? So let's see. So there's a bit of displacement. We did close above here, but I want to see if price can hold that and then maybe come back down into a fair value gap right here off our IOFED back into here, and then I'll take that as a buy, right? Yeah, so it's looking good so far. It's 250. So I want to see a fair value gap get left in there, come back down, and then start running higher. So I don't want to see this completely traded back through. Well, I don't think I want to take that. Let's see how it rejects. See if there's any rejection going back up towards that. I could enter at 125 a quarter, right? And then, yeah. So that right there, I'm gonna enter that. So it stops at low. Fair value gap there. See if we can hold that, and then trade up into, at least I wanted to, aiming for that high right there. So this will be my only trade for the day. Let the probabilities play out, do what it's gonna do, right? So let's go. So right now we're inside of this 5-minute fair value gap, 3-minute fair value gap as well, right? We did run down into that fair value gap and had a displacement higher. I really would not want to see it come back below this low. So I could move my stop there and take a quarter loss instead of a full loss, or less than a quarter. But you know, it could run down to that low. I could put my stop here now, right? Put my stop there. It should hold these two down close candles right here, right in here. So maybe I could move my stop there, because there's really no reason for it to come back into there, right? And take half of a loss instead of a full loss, right? So something like that. Only take a quarter loss. This would be a scale in, but since I'm already in at 250, I don't want to scale in. Right now I could take a quarter loss instead of a full loss if price does come back against me, right? So we came back down into that same fair value gap here with these two down close candles. It didn't run out this low. I want to see these PD arrays hold, right? I want to see these PD arrays hold, it go higher, right? But like I said, if it runs me out, that'll be only a quarter risk. And I'll just look for maybe a re-entry after it gives more of a better run, right? In a better market structure break, I guess, like if it was to get through this inversion fair value gap on the 5-minute. But for now, we still waiting to see what it's gonna do. ES is still kind of digging into that fair value gap, and NQ. So like I said, US 30 is a little bit stronger. So hopefully ES and NQ can start running higher, right? Start getting some displacement higher, and I'll give this a little bit more room to start running higher as well, right? And then we could attack the New York buy side liquidity and London buy side liquidity. Well, it already took out London's buy side liquidity from New York, but and then you have previous day high. So Alright, so it took me out there only a quarter loss. So we got one more quarter. It might not give me a another move higher, but I'm waiting to see what what might stick to just US30, see what US30 is gonna do. Maybe give out one more run lower, and then try again if it offers me that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enter this last one on the turtle soup here at this fair value gap. And then if it gives a change in the state of delivery, I'll enter another one. So boom, it's like that. So I'm gonna enter off the turtle soup here. Since we ran out the lows, it's coming into this fair value gap. Risk that next 100. If it loses, then that'll be down 250 for the day. And I would just have to leave it at that. So if it gives a change in the state of delivery after here, right after this run, starts running higher above this candle right here, then I'll enter again on a fair value gap going up, and then move my stops up here, and then I'll be back in 250 risk, and then we aim for the previous day high. So let's see what happens here. So we hit the low point of this hourly fair value gap right here. I want to see price start moving higher. You do have this 5-minute fair value gap that might get formed, this SIBI. On the 3-minute, you have this fair value gap in here. I want to see if that can get inverted and go above this high right here. On the 1-minute, go above this high. And then I'll re-enter two more, and back in, and then aim for those highs, right? Just how far we came on this hourly fair value gap, I just want to see it hold this low. If not, it'll hit my stop, and then I guess I'm wrong on the direction for today. I want to see this get left open, this fair value gap, so my stop being there is good. It'll be better for it to stay left open if I want to re-enter on a position also. So that's kind of in my favor if that does happen and that fair value gap stays intact. So we're real close to the stop. Might be wrong for today. Once again, it'd be 2 losses for this week. I got one more trade for this week. Maybe tomorrow, if this doesn't go to plan, and that'll be the final trade. Not gonna crash out. Not gonna go on tilt. You know what I'm saying? It's only two losers that I took. You know what I mean? Just gotta keep flipping the coin. Keep flipping the coin. Keep taking the losses to the chin. You know what I mean? and not lose more than I want in a day. You know what I mean? So so we got real close to the stop. Ran out a short-term low right here on the 1 minute. Maybe that gives us some motivation to push higher. We're still at the low end of that 1 hour fair value gap. Right. I was thinking it was gonna turtle soup here and then start running up to the new week, not the new range opening gap, and fill in maybe 50% of that, but we're still running lower off of that initial 930 open, going up higher in that fair value gap. So since we're running lower, I was thinking that it was inducing sellers to get in off of breakouts off of these lows, like Asia low, this low, relative equal low, right? That was my idea. So, but we keep digging. We're digging way further than I was anticipating. So, yeah, I just could be wrong for today, and that'll be okay. Right, let's see if this can stay open and this can start continuing higher. Alright, so there's a stop. Guess we're wrong. I'm wrong for today. It's not going higher. Just take that loss. I'm gonna just take that loss to the chin. And let's see. I'm not taking any more trades, but let's see what. Yeah, so GU is still going lower. Dollar still going higher. EU still going a bit lower. But no entries for me for EU. Took 2 losses, trying to be, not 2 losses, 2 small, basically a full without fully risk for today. So basically one loss, you know, because I cut that in half and just re-entered on that same idea. All right, so basically 1 loss. And you know, that's it, man. I'm not gonna go on tilt, man. I'm gonna be disciplined, not try to re-enter, right? I'm gonna log these trades into my journal, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, you know, if it's clean tomorrow, you know what I mean? So if you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed taking these losses with me, taking them to the chin with me, hit that like button, subscribe if you would like to see more of this series, you know what I mean? And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay disciplined, stick to your plan, don't go on tilt, don't crash out. That's the only way you'll be successful at this, you know what I mean? If you just control your emotions, right? So let's do that together. All right, so catch you guys on the next one. Peace.